Fireworks Friday with military appreciation. Get to the ballpark early. For tickets and information, go to windsurge.com and listen to the games on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM.
Baseball. And we continue the baseball chat with Brian Green, the head coach at Wichita State. We'll talk about the back against the wall mentality and everything that entails. But first of all, really this weekend is important because you guys took care of your business on Sunday against Rice. I know that series didn't go the way you wanted it to, but winning that game made this weekend, I guess, doable now, right?
Yeah, here we go. You don't have to sweep. You have to win a series at home, and that's something that the program has been able to do for a long time at X Stadium. So, last opportunity we had was ECU and a good series win at home there. So I think the biggest thing, Shane, is as you look at this weekend, it's a real opportunity with our backs truly against the wall. The team gets an opportunity to go out and to respond and to get after it. So home series, great weekend of weather and a good opponent. It's Memphis, and we don't like each other in all sports, so it should be a lot of fun.
Right.
It was really emotional last year at their place. We took 2 out of 3 at their place, and here's 2 teams, Memphis in the exact same spot. So if you're a fan of baseball or emotion, here's 2 teams coming in with whoever wins the series is going to the conference tournament, got a chance to go fish or go swim and
right.
go for a chance to win a conference championship. So it's a massive weekend for the program, for both programs.
I want to go back to the Tuesday game against ORU, if you don't mind, because I thought that was really intriguing. Now, on the surface, it really didn't mean anything to either team. Wasn't no RPI implications, no nothing. But they have a decent amount to play for this weekend as they go to South Dakota State. You guys obviously have everything to play for because it's basically the town's not big enough for both of us series is what I've called it. But you managed 9 innings knowing that you got to play on a Thursday and not on a Friday. And I talked to Anthony Claggett a couple of days ago, asked him about the pitching rotation. He's like, no, we'll go with Grant and Brady just like always. But that's not a given either. When you got certain guys that are on 7 days rest and the game's moved up to Thursday for travel to get down to Clearwater and all that stuff that goes along with it. But the fact that you guys even played that game, I know you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
You just look at the college scoreboard on Tuesday and look and see how many games were canceled.
Well,
there were 20 if there was one, but you guys played, so hats off to you guys for that.
We did, and you're right, Shane. If you're a fan of college baseball and you're looking around this week prior to conference tournaments or prior to the last weekend of preparing yourself for this weekend and potentially beyond, for whatever reason, it is the craziest, darndest thing. There are a lot of scheduling conflicts that come out of nowhere. Anyways, we did not have one of those. We played ORU. They were in the same boat as us. In fact, they have a doubleheader that they're probably starting today, if it hasn't already started yet. But we were both in the same spot. We roughed up their starter pretty good, and they left him in. If you're a fan wondering and you're watching that game, boy, they're letting this guy, stand out there and die. Well, they're in the same position. In fact, they're in a worse position. They got a doubleheader on Thursday. If you're looking at us, Hunter Holmes is out there. He's struggling. And we continue to just let him stay out there and struggle instead of picking him up. That was one of those games. We had 7 pitchers scripted, and it was, unless we go extra innings, we went into that game going, no Potter, no Arnold, no Jerry. Nobody we're going to get your inning. You're going to get it scripted. You go out there and you give us the best job that you can. And we played it. And I was really proud of our kids because, we've had a very challenging time with shutdown innings, and we take a massive lead, and here they come rolling back with free bases again, but our hitters just wouldn't let it happen, thanks to Gus. So I was proud of our guys.
Yeah, he had a great game. 4 hits and that 3-run homer give you a little bit of cushion at the end of the game. And getting back to those guys as scripted guys that don't always pitch in high leverage situations, but most of them were here last year. So not only do they go into that game Tuesday, I'm like, all right, here's my time to shine. Plus, you get down to Clearwater, and you're going to need everybody. Every single one of them, including all the guys that pitched the other day.
No, it was awesome. I mean, Anderson got the start. He set the tone. He looked great. His mechanics were really good. He was, if you watch Caleb, his arm, you'll see a little lower slot at times, and that means he's forward. And we've been working really hard to not get him forward, get him back, get him up top. The breaking ball plays differently. But it was great. He went out and just set the tone. If you're a fan of Shocker baseball, in particular of Brian Green's Shocker baseball, we have not been a good midweek team at all. We haven't had the pitching to handle it. Offensively, we've been stuffed at times. So he set the tone. That was great. And then Arnaud was outstanding. He hasn't been good of late, and he was fantastic. And
good change going.
Good change up going, you know. And again, he's another guy that it's taken us a very long time to get him mechanically where we want him, but him and Claggett have clicked a little bit late. And I mean, he looked as smooth, as rhythmic, and that was a clean 2 innings. So to your point, those two in particular, Jack Mount showed some good stuff with velocity, and he was around the plate a lot. But you're right, and then Nate Langman too. We take care of business this weekend, play good baseball, go to the tournament. There's 2 or 3 guys that just entered into the picture, and if you're going to win a tournament, somebody like that is going to have to be heroic on the mound.
All right, so let's get to it. Starting tonight,
Let's go.
Memphis. The next 3 days, and again, Shocker fans, you don't need me to remind you, but if you're just a passing college baseball fan, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we get 2 home night games. That's a kind of a
Great
departure from the norm. We like that.
It's great.
Yeah. So starting tonight, and I alluded to this too, that sometimes when you've got to win too, like you guys and like Memphis, you maybe juggle the pitching a little bit or try to strategize a little differently. Doesn't look like you guys are going to fall prey to that. Grant Adler tonight, right?
Yep. Us, Adler, Hamilton, TBA. Same with Memphis. They'll go with their right-hander tonight. They'll go with their left-hander tomorrow. They'll TBA the next day. We're both in the same spot. Both teams are going on a week rest. We didn't want to. I think both teams were really knowing that you have to win a series. Just nobody was interested in let's see if we can steal one and then go Friday, Saturday games 2 and 3 for a win. Both of our teams being down at the bottom of the conference obviously aren't playing with a ton of confidence. So you get down 0-1, there might be some press, and I think both teams looked at it that way. I know we certainly did. So Grant will go on a short day's rest. So will Brady. We juggled with that for a long time, late nights, thinking and talking about it, and we just couldn't find a solution that we saw on paper that made the most sense. So bump Grant up. Us and Memphis are not overly offensive on paper. They're really not offensive on paper, but they can hurt you. They've got some power. They have some physicality. They run some, but it's 2 evenly matched teams, both on the mound, in the box, on defense, and it's 2 teams fighting for their lives to go play for a championship. So it should be really fun. I do want to say that Tuesday we had a good crowd for a Tuesday night, and our kids felt it, and it was fireworks night, obviously. But when we get those crowds, I think it really, really impacts what we're doing. So fans, come on out. You will make the difference, and I truly believe that. We've played in some games, and we've earned that right to play in games with some very low crowds. That's on us, our baseball program. But when the fans come out and support us, it means a lot to us. And boy, could we use you this weekend. All
right, 6:00 tonight. And if you haven't been to the yard in a week or so, the left field corner looks a little different as we continue to honor a guy that built this place, literally, Gene Stevenson. Got his replica jersey out there. Very cool.
Yeah, we're really proud. I'm really proud. I say we all the time, and we is a really important word, not I. But from an individual standpoint, it is an awesome honor to be able to sit in this seat and to be able to recognize somebody who should have been recognized a long time ago. And but I get the honor to do it, and we've got an administration that wants to as well. So for me to be able to shake Coach's hand and do those types of things, renaming the park. Kevin Saul has just been so awesome about honoring Coach, and I feel the same way. It's an honor to be here. So he's out there on the honor wall, and it is awesome. It's very cool. We've opened up left field. There's a chain link. If you're a fan out there this weekend, you'll see it. That's not complete, thanks to Thomas Kosic.
Right.
That is the start, and what it's going to be is a covered 2-level pavilion with grills and Adirondacks. It is going to be an awesome place during good weather, and boy, do we have it this weekend.
All right, so lay it out for us the next couple of nights, tonight and tomorrow night. Some things for the fans besides dog-eat-dog baseball to watch.
Yeah, you get great baseball, and you're going to get really competitive baseball. You're going to get 2 teams that probably don't like each other very much and are playing for a lot. Probably going to be really chippy. Umpires are going to have to on their best behavior, and at the same time, the coaches are going to need to be charged up, but also stay in the game. Cause, post-game suspensions at this time of the year, you're out.
Yeah.
And, I'm not looking to exit the season. So, well, we got fan appreciation weekend all weekend. GA tickets are $7, but tonight, $1 hot dog night. And then we've got 9 innings of prize drawing. So that's cool.
Perfect.
Tomorrow, game 2, which is a Friday, you get the oven mitt giveaway, the first 300 fans, and pulled pork for $8 on National Barbecue Day. And I'm going to offer this one up. But Saturday, we've got Senior Day. There's a huge tailgate out in the outfield. I just saw the Snyders come in, the parents of Gannon Snyder. Their RV is parked right next to mine.
For those wondering, besides your RV, that's theirs.
That's the Snyders.
Yeah, they've been there almost every weekend.
They have. And look, I haven't gotten it done. We will get it done. We have gotten it done at the 2 prior places that I've been as a head coach. We haven't been able to get it done yet. I know that has to do with what we're doing on the field. It will happen. But fans, we're going to fill that RV thing up. That is not just me out there just having a good old time. We want to see 10 and 15 RVs out there. And in fact, this weekend, it's open. Come on out. If you got a trailer, a truck, a fifth wheel, come park it in the outfield, because I can tell you, if we go to the tournament on Saturday, it will be an open invitation to all the fans to come out to that tailgate after the game, and Coach Green and our coaching staff will be out there with you. And we would be happy to celebrate going to the conference tournament and party with you. Absolutely.
Day baseball on Saturday, but again, a reminder, games tonight and tomorrow night at the X, 6 o'clock first pitch for both ESPN Plus, if you can't make it out there. So tune us in that way. But BG's right. Wichita State and Memphis in baseball, if you missed it last year, there's no love lost between the two programs.
It's real.
Yes.
And, and we had it was, Claggett, if you remember, if our pitching coach, Anthony Claggett, last year, if you saw us play in the conference tournament, he was limping out to the mound, and I should have probably picked him up and done all the trips, but I thought it was kind of comical too. But Coach Claggett was,
wow.
But Coach Claggett was limping, out to the mound, and that's because he had pulled his hamstring, because after the last game of the series, both benches cleared, and the coaches and police had to actually get involved to stop a real problem happening. But Coach Claggett actually jerked his hamstring when in separating players. But it was like that all weekend. It was really intense. It was a lot of fun. It was just it was really intense. And many of those players that were a part of that are back, just like for us. And we're both playing for something. Last year we were already in the tournament.
Yeah.
They were needing to beat us to get into the tournament. This year both of us are flat out. One team's going, one's not. So there's going to be a lot of emotion at the yard tonight. Yeah.
Full disclosure too, I played golf with Coach Green and Coach Claggett maybe a week or so after the season was over, and he was telling me how he was TBA via text because of his hamstring. And I didn't actually see it because the game was over. In the aftermath is when he's trying to pull bodies off of, hold people back. No, he wasn't kidding. He pulled a hamstring. I thought he was just, kind of pulling my leg, but no, it was legit. He got hurt.
Yeah, no, it was the left. So his golf game for the summer, everything was high and right. He was laying on the backside.
Before I let you go, we got a Twitter question, and every Thursday it's brought to you by Truck Stuff. When you think George Brett, you think what? That's a Twitter question.
I think pine tar flying out of the dugout. Yeah, that's what, even though he's the best in the chase for 400 and how great of a player he was, the fight at third base.
Yeah, with Greg Nettles.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, or even some of the Twitter stories when he's telling stories that are hilarious. But George Brett, one of the best hitters of all time. I just remember that going nuts on the pine tar coming out of the dugout.
Yeah. All right, the options for you. When you think George Brett, you think blank at ESPN Wichita. MVP 1980, chase for 400, World Series. That's your first one. Pine Tar game. That's the second one. In the 3,000 hit club, Hall of Fame, or greatest Royal ever. So those are the things you have to vote for. So head on over to our Twitter handle at ESPN Wichita. Also head on over to the X tonight. You got your pick of the litter. Got a lot of baseball to choose from this weekend between here and WSU, but I don't want to minimize one series versus the other, but a little bit more on the line out east of here as opposed to where we are right now. And
no disrespect to anybody else around here, but fans, you can really, really impact us tonight. Our kids really appreciate it, and they know when you come out, it means the world to us because, we're not chasing a title. So we really appreciate the support, and we will take you tonight, and you'll help us get over the hump.
Appreciate you coming by. Yeah. Always good to talk to you.
Thanks. Go Shocks.
All right. Wichita State.